All right, welcome back everyone. Robert at Custodian File. Today is 11/24/25. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope it went well. All right, let's just jump right on in. Ben here in Oklahoma. Ben's knocking out of the park. Look at this. Got a brand new Pro 17, and the video quality is outstanding, over the top. Starting to look a little bit like, is this real? I mean, could be CGI. I know it's all real. The technology is getting better and better. And of course, if you're going to spend all that money on a phone, they got to give you a better video. I mean, that's just the understanding. If you want us to spend this money, you got to give us, that's the trade, and they're doing it. They're coming up with these incredible video technology here. There you go. You could record this yourself. They're all over the world, these small, fast movers. You see a helicopter, zoom in 20%, a landscape, look for 30 seconds, look for a dot. There's these very small, this is a new category of UAPs, small fast movers. I call them dragons because simply 8 years ago I thought they were dragonflies. They're not dragonflies, they're not bugs or birds. And they're very small. And watch a few more videos. If you're new, watch a few more videos, but it gets easier and easier. All right, let's go to the next. All right, right here, UAP ST San Diego. Really like this video he recorded because you can see the propulsion more. The plasma jets running on high voltage. Maybe, just maybe, why some videos are more prominent is maybe it has to do with the humidity factor. High humidity possibly really creates a contrast of the electrons here. Maybe technically vaporizing the air. And so we're seeing vapor more than the electrons itself. But you get where I'm trying to go with this. Kind of hard to come by. You do see the but not this. This is really prominent right here. This is one of the much better videos. They're out there. Anyone can do this. There's the IP. There's the timeline. Reach out to any of the other channels, or reach out to myself. We'll do our best to answer the questions. Let's go to the next video. Super, let's do a shout out here. Cosmic Road for Jack, doing outstanding research. Just constantly keeps putting out great videos. Here is a video that he posted of several UAPs leaving a volcano, several. People want to know, what's that about? What's that about? Just briefly, just put my 2 cents in. Obviously, a lot of heat inside the volcano. I think they're going there to recharge. Recharging, what's that? It's called the Seebeck effect. You ever wonder those on Mars, those rovers we have, Curiosity, where they're getting electric power from? They're from nuclear batteries. So nuclear batteries are basically two alloys, and if you heat them, they'll actually generate a current. So if you take basically almost any two strips of metal, you stick it in a fire to generate a current. So that's basically what so these UAPs, you could assume they have a very high melting point. What's the inside of a volcano? 3,000 degrees. But they're operating. They probably have a melting point somewhere in north of 30,000 degrees. So it's no issue for them. They fly into the volcano. They recharge. They get all that free. It's a repurposing. You get all that thermal heat. You just repurpose it into electric energy. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. You'll see this often around volcanoes, and of course, even off the sun. You'll see UFOs going up to the sun and recharging. What's the surface of the sun? 10,000 degrees. Same thing. They still got it covered because they don't have a melting point until like 30,000. It's very high. There you go. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment. Let's go to the next. Hey, I just came across this the other day, and I found it kind of interesting. They were talking about World War II and why Japan lost the war, and really kind of amazing. It came right down to, they said they underestimated the enemy. The reason I'm bringing this up, as you've known, if you've been watching the channel, the Pentagon's been shooting at UFOs for a long time. In 1950, 1970, I don't have the name of the operation, but this is from the direct source that we tried to shoot down a UFO at any cost from 1950 to 1970, and we lost a jet every day somewhere in the world for 20 years before it was decided it was a mistake, it was a bad campaign, and to terminate the campaign. It's probably around 10,000 jets somewhere in the. You never heard about it. You're never going to hear about it because we underestimate, you might say, the enemy. So point is, if you see a UFO, don't shoot at it. If at the Pentagon you see a UFO, don't shoot at it. It's not smart. You don't underestimate an enemy. You don't underestimate somebody you don't even know. Okay, that's my 2 cents. Let's keep going.
Intelligence Colonel Sato compiled his final report in September 1945, titled Why We Lost, An Assessment of Strategic Miscalculation. The document, now preserved in Japan's National Institute for Defense Studies, provided brutal honesty. We lost the war in December 1941 when we attacked an enemy we did not understand.
All right, check this out, everyone. Mr. Skeptic just sent this to me from the UK. Just shooting through air videos. Remember, they're all over air shows. They love air shows, Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, air shows all over the world. Doesn't matter. I believe this is a Tornado fighter jet. I think that's mostly out of France. Just watch air shows, and sure enough, Mr. Skeptic, it's not by accident. This is by plan. This is deliberate planning. We know jets get tagged. If you watch enough air shows, you'll see this. Watch it on your computer. If you think you see a bug, hit K. Below the K is the arrow forwards, the arrow backwards. That's frame by frame. There you go. You copy it, and then once you get good at it, you can copy each frame, copy and paste each frame. You get the interpolation. There you go. Very rare, great video. That's when they get a little bit too close to your camera. That's what they look like. You can even see how their plasma jets start to bend, to articulate turns. Really good research. That's really good. Hard to come by. I have a few like that, but they're hard to have. I have a similar one like that from Blue Angels in Seattle, and then I actually have one from Marina Del Rey. They leave you breathless. Like, if you're new to the channel, I know you're like, Robert, that's a bug. That's a bug because I can see the wings. That's a bug. What's everybody getting so excited about? It's just watch a few more videos. They're not bugs. Can a bug trigger your car radar detector? Can they fly behind objects and leave a ghost image of themselves and leave an audio click on your video and fly with predictability and cause your autofocus to malfunction? And no. Please share your thoughts. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment. Let's go to the next. All right, look at this. You've probably seen this already. This was going around last week. Robert from Undercover ET brought it to my attention. So the guy's just swinging. A dragon flies by. Just in my opinion, I don't know if the dragon is ricocheting off the club itself, because you do hear a click. There is a click there. But also remember, I just got done saying that they leave an audio click on your video. So that's kind of like, that's one of those 50-50s. We know the audio click is there. Took me 3 years before I came to accept that the audio click was there. I showed a lot of my videos to a lot of other scientists, and that was always their first question. And I was just like, I don't know, I was just hesitant. It says, there can't be a click there. Besides, I was filming inside through the glass door. There's no noise coming through the door. How could it hear a click? So the click is obviously RF. It's a digital, just like the X and K band is being triggered through the glass door. Let me show you some other golf videos that I've accumulated in the last 8 years. Very similar concept. Okay, super this. Okay, let's look at a few more golf dragon videos. This was last year or so. Right here, Riviera Golf Course, Beverly Hills. Plane, I don't know, ran out of gas, had to do an emergency landing. Someone I know was there, recorded the plane, and look, gets tagged by a dragon. Sure enough. Yeah, go figure that. What are the odds? I think I interpolated. I hope it pops up. But yeah, they're at golf course. Absolutely, right when you at least expect it, there they are. And actually, here's a friend I know. Just swing. Look at that. Almost very similar. Look at the club. Look at the club, and the dragon decides to. Same concept. Same concept, and I interpolated that one too. So yeah, look at maybe in your spare time. If you're dragon hunting video, probably air shows are your best bet. But if you want to look at some other high-speed stuff, some golf videos, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. For now, we're never going to find all the dragon videos on YouTube. We're just not. Just too many out there, over and over. Please feel free to ask all the questions. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. This is ubiquitous. It's all over the world. There's really no stopping it. That's why disclosure is going to happen. It's going to happen soon because, not to show disrespect to the UFO police, but what can you do? It's out of control in a good way. The best way to control this is to get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Pretend like you're on our side and say, oh, hey, we're going to look, we discovered all these UAP videos. Pretend like you want to get ahead of it. It's the best way to talk your way out of it, in my opinion. There you are. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching. Robert at Custodian.